All right.
Okay, do we need
No,
to
no.
push?
Have to be
There you go.
very.
I don't have good color vision, but okay, so I'll start. Notice is hereby given that the meeting of the Sandy Oaks Park Advisory Committee will be held on Tuesday, February 15th at 6:30 PM at City Hall at 22870 Priest Road, Sandy Oaks, Texas, and by telephonic video conferencing for the purpose of considering the following agenda items. All agenda items are subject to action. The public might participate in this meeting by using the link, and I won't say the link, you can get it on the website. The meeting ID is also on the website, and the phone numbers. The public will be permitted to offer comments telephonically or by audio as provided by the agenda and as permitted by the presiding officer during the meeting. Written questions or comments may be submitted to the chairperson up to 2 hours before the meeting by emailing tropino@cityofsandyoaks.com. So I'll call the meeting to order. We don't need a quorum call, but if everyone would like to introduce themselves, and we can start with the Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes, Charles Villager, present.
Ann Garza here.
Tom Rapino,
Gloria Sarmiento.
Berlin Rogers.
Ruth Carvajal.
okay, we're all here. Gloria, I guess, not Gloria's here, not Gloria, Megan is not here. So
She's not up there.
I got Gloria on the mind because I'm afraid she might throw up on me.
I won't, I promise. I'll throw up
I'm
on
only
Raven.
kidding.
I'm getting closer to Ruth.
So if we would.
I can't throw up.
Okay, I'll calm down now. And we, if we would all stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I will move to
Back in here.
citizens to be heard, and I checked, there are no citizens to be heard for agenda item number 3. So we'll move on to agenda item number 4. Discuss and or possible action on the status of the outdoor exercise area and equipment. And I just want to say that last week, Charles and I met with the gentleman that came down to survey the site where we would put the exercise equipment, and we made a few changes as to how it might be set up, where we would in place the 9 pieces of equipment. Charles, you want to explain some of that since you
Sure.
have a better grasp on it?
Okay. We decided the best place would be right next to this section of sidewalk. And you can just pass that right
Is this the
along.
same one that we saw last week?
Mhm.
That's what I thought.
2 weeks ago.
Or 2 weeks ago or whenever.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay. This was our original layout,
Right.
but we're going to change it up some.
We're still gonna get all the pieces.
Yes. All right. This is a very rough sketch the gentleman made from
When we talked.
our walkthrough. From the sidewalk, 10 feet out, that's going to be decomposed granite. And all of the accessible equipment will be adjacent to the sidewalk. So that if a wheelchair bound person comes, they will roll directly from that sidewalk to the decomposed granite, and all of the accessible equipment which includes the hand cycle, the lat bar, the accessible parallel bars, and the assisted balance beam are going to be lined up next to that sidewalk.
Oh, they're all gonna be in a straight row.
But well, as straight as you can put different pieces of equipment, but they will be adjacent to the sidewalk. And then the curl up station and the sit up station and the multi-gym, the cardio walker and the captain's chair will be in the next 20 feet. It's going to end up being 30 feet by 40 feet. So now the decomposed granite was not part of the bid. And I heard last week that we only ever offer one price in meetings. So I brought along some figures.
What did they mean, Charles? When somebody said that,
Yes,
Mr. Yeah.
I'm just saying that,
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
many times we only have one price because only one person responds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Uh,
30.
I contacted 5 different companies.
and I
Regarding
contacted a
decomposed-
company too. So
What's that?
I contacted a company too. You remember, they gave us a higher bid.
So the decomposed granite is $1,088 from one company. Another company will deliver 12 tons of decomposed granite for $952. Largest part of that is transportation. They'll deliver 18 tons for $1,000. They'll actually deliver 18 tons less expensively than one local supplier will deliver 12 yards. 2 companies didn't respond at all, but we have another company that will delivers in a 10-yard truck, and we need 9.527 or so cubic yards.
Did we talk to Keller?
I did not, but just from their website, they were way high.
Okay, because I got decomposed granite from them from my water feature, but it was nowhere near the quantity that you're talking.
And that
about.
was when they were on the south side. They're way
Yeah,
up on
way
the
up on
north
the north
side
side.
now.
Yeah, I know. I went up there when we
So-
were talking to the playground.
Anyhow, 10 yards in a truckload is a $200 delivery and $47 per cubic yard, $670 in additional cost. We're still well below the approved amount. So I would recommend we proceed.
I agree.
Okay?
But it's the council's decision. Well, we
No,
already
sir,
approved.
we're approved.
Yeah,
So, you know, we're still well below the budget numbers and looking good. That's all I have to say.
and the paper's already been signed, if I remember, right?
Yes, the order has gone in.
Yeah.
That's good.
So all we have to do is wait till they fabricate.
When we
and-
get the notice of shipment, I'll order the gravel at that time.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Any questions on that? Or any discussion further? Okay, then we'll move on to agenda item number 5, which is discussing possible action on issues from the community center. And we have Brooke here today.
No issues.
No
Thank
issues.
goodness, no, yay.
Yay. Okay.
Um,
Okay, she's having second thoughts.
No, I was gonna say, we talked about the tree that had fallen over.
that one's cleaned up and picked up and
Yeah, I
gone
heard that was,
magically. Just close your eyes and open them, it's gone.
yeah,
Figures
yeah.
we
yeah.
don't want to
Priscilla told us that the other day.
Yeah, that's gone.
How
Um,
about that stump that was sticking up?
They cut it down.
They
Yeah.
cut it flat down? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
um, the bathrooms are doing great. They
Good.
seem to be,
No more damage?
I haven't
So
noticed
far,
any,
so
so far,
good.
so good. Knock on wood. The lighting is beautiful.
Oh, the lighting,
Well, the one that's there on our
Okay.
building, it's still doing wonderfully.
The one
Shining
that
bright.
you put in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after
the
it
light.
went up.
ground.
I have all the
Both sides
material,
now, or-
but my emails and phone have blown up this
Just one
week.
more.
Fine.
Amazing, isn't it? But go ahead.
I know you guys are working on the basketball lighting.
We're
Poles
talking
are
about
up.
the community center. We're
Oh,
gonna talk
okay.
about lighting.
Oh,
here.
down here, okay. I was just talking about lighting. I love lights.
okay.
The refrigerator.
The refrigerator's up and doing great.
No, the old one.
The old one's still there, not
that
working.
cracked
And
out.
nobody has,
No, I'm gonna get my neighbor to go and look at it. Travis, I think he posted something on next
did.
door that
works on.
yeah, he
refrigerator.
works on
No, but we
everything.
have no idea whether it's a refrigerant problem or,
No, so I'm gonna get him to go and then I guess I'll report back to you guys and you let me know. Maybe it's worth fixing, maybe it's not. We just junk it, so we'll figure out from there.
okay.
I just needed to get checked. Maybe it's
Okay.
just coolant or something went out. It's
okay.
cheaper. The food distribution is going really well. We're getting more new people
Yeah.
for the food.
Good.
There's a lot of new people.
On that thing that the church came down with, are we still interacting with them or was? it
Yeah, we
just-
went to
Oh, the
volunteer.
food
Yeah,
Great
last
giveaway.
Friday of the
Friday.
month,
Mhm.
they're supposed to have a food
It's once a
distribution.
month.
And that's gonna be a monthly
Yeah.
thing now.
That'll be a
Yeah.
monthly thing.
That's
Mickey and I went down and made boxes like Wednesday night. They said maybe we need to come back Thursday, but there were enough people there. We made the boxes in like half an hour.
Hmm.
And then Friday, they had the food distribution, and that will be an ongoing thing.
Can we talk about that food pantry thing?
Well, since you asked the question, Megan's not here tonight, but she forwarded an email to Gloria and I today from Community First Health Plans. And they offer a pre-built food pantry.
Oh, sure.
They build it,
Very excited.
they bring it out, they put it up and they fill it once. And the idea is take what you need, leave what you can. But if it runs low, if you call them, they come back and refill it.
You mean they just put food in there and people come by and take what they need? It's sort of
Yep.
a,
We actually have on my street,
mhm.
a family that does that. They're
They set it up themselves.
yeah, their thing's not as pretty as this,
No, it is.
but there's a lot of food out there, and I driving back and forth, I see it changes regularly.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
dropped some off this last weekend and there
Yeah.
was like a good bit of like.
Yeah.
Like
non-staple
some off
items,
today.
like potatoes.
Like, what, people put things in there and anybody can put food in
Yeah,
there?
anybody can come in and put food, anybody can come in and take
Take
food.
food. Okay, I
Uh,
see.
My thought was we could maybe set that at the community center where the wooden ramp is. There's a barricade on the opposite side.
Mhm.
And I was thinking just past that barricade, if we set that up, it will be well lit and under the security cameras, which might lead the vandals to leave it alone.
And if they don't, at least we'll know who it is.
And if they don't, they're on camera. But, you know,
This
I,
is cute.
I would like to authorize our activities director to fill out the forms to see if we can get one of those out here.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay? You got the link.
Yeah.
So,
That's nice.
and they have several of those in San Antonio, but they're all north of the downtown.
Right north of the downtown.
Probably don't need it.
Where people don't need it.
Yeah,
No,
don't
I
ask
wouldn't
me.
say that. There are places. north of
Oh, yeah,
downtown.
no, and it's, you know, east side, west side, and, but
I like. that
there's
it's enclosed.
nothing south of downtown,
That way
so.
animals won't get into it.
Mm,
Does
yeah.
it, I guess then maintenance on it, how's that take, who does the maintenance?
They take care of it
They take care of
They-
it, clean
they
it,
said it's-
everything?
at no cost, and they take care of
They
everything.
just need locations. to-
They
to
just
put
need
'em on.
location.
Well, we could have more than one location in the city.
Uh,
Could put one up there and maybe if they let it go up there where the shops are.
I think you would get a lot of pushback there.
Maybe.
Uh,
Yeah.
Taken
From
away from
Dollar
Dollar
General.
Generals.
taken away from Dollar
So-
General and Bolero there.
The restaurant there.
Let me
Yeah.
go and get beans.
The
and
restaurant
stuff.
runs out of potatoes. I just go across the street.
So anyhow,
No, other places.
yeah, I don't see the need for council approval on that. I think we
No,
ought to just go for it.
I did see that there's different sizes. Do I get biggest one?
Oh,
Medium?
what sizes are there?
And they were just, I guess depending on the areas, I guess, where they put it up. I don't know if it's up to them or we get a choice. I opt for biggest.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree, yeah.
Okay.
You're the negotiator, man. Negotiate.
You can do that, Gloria.
Okay, so if there is no further discussion on anything, let's move to agenda item number 6. Discuss and possible action on the status of the lighting project for the basketball court and other areas. And I know I went down there, I saw the poles were up. I think that was last.
I want to
week
hear a
sometime.
hip, hip hooray. They put in the lights today.
Oh, they did. Oh,
Yeah.
good. They
So when I leave here, I'm
we
going
go
to the
down there
park.
and see if they're lit. huh?
So when I leave here, I'm going to the park to look at
See
the
how they're
lights.
looking.
They may or may not be turned on because they have remote controls. So, but I have a remote, so
Okay.
I'm gonna go try them out.
Oh, well, that's good. So the lights are up. And
Yes.
so where are they located? 2 at the basketball court, 2 at the playground, and
One at the turning circle there by the baseball field and playground.
all right.
One out in the field by the back gate, and it's facing to the walking path,
Mhm.
and 2 at the island in front of the community center.
Okay,
There's 2 of them, and they're
Oh, I didn't even know.
parallel to the 2
Unless there was a pole there.
outside drives on that island.
Huh. Oh, that's neat. So that's
Great.
good.
Remote control, doesn't it?
There's progress being made.
Yeah.
Jen. That's-
They'll come on
What-
automatically
what-
at night.
Once it's turned on and set, it stays, but it was daylight, so we don't know if they turned them on or not.
Oh, okay.
That's all I have to say. We can just strike that off. We
Yeah,
don't have
well,
to bring it
I'll
up
take that up.
on
Actually, we
again.
could strike a couple of things. off.
Yay.
Okay, so if there's no further discussion, I'll move from agenda item 7 to agenda item 8, and this is the, oh no, we'll move from 6 to 7, I'm sorry. Discuss and possible action on possibility of generating a new survey of the citizens on ideas that they have for additional uses for the park. And we talked about, I believe we talked about our Facebook page and also Nexel or Netzel, whatever we call it.
We can do it on, we can do a survey on Nextdoor.
I printed out some ideas and
Okay.
Little,
Oh,
like,
oh,
questions.
here we got a survey right here.
we can add, remove, just.
So you want to read it since you developed it? Who developed it?
I did, okay.
Okay.
It says, the Parks Committee is asking for feedback suggestions on what programs and recreations would be a good fit for our park located at the address.
Mhm.
Accessible stationary workout equipment is in the works and will be ready this summer. Yes? Okay, which of the following programs and services are most valuable to you and your family? And then they would check all that apply. Community-wide events like the yard sale, Christmas, 4th of July, community garden, maybe playground, walking trails, youth programs, baseball fields, soccer fields, senior programs, craft meets inside the community center, and then workout groups. And then I thought it'd be good to put on why people don't use it now. So it says, what has prevented you and your family from using the park? As prefer to use a different park, not accessible, lack of equipment, unfamiliar with the park and amenities, I don't know where it is, I do not feel safe, or other. And then, of course, asking for volunteers, and then an open, what you would like to see in the future question.
Sounds to
Good
me.
job, Bruce.
Will you be sending this out in different languages?
Yeah, I speak both, I can do both, I can translate it both.
Who is that, Megan?
No,
No.
Jacqueline.
No, this is Jacqueline.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Jacqueline,
survey, I think
okay.
when we have put them out, we put them out in English and Spanish.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you repeat that again?
Oh, that we've done a survey before and it was available in English and Spanish on the city website.
Well,
Okay.
Did you hear that, Jack?
yo entendió.
How long is the document? Is it a full page or is it half a page?
It's a full
Ooh.
page.
Okay. Okay, can you send me the document so I can take a look at it and give you some feedback so we can tweak it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Send it to the park committee and add.
well, what number do I send it to? Or email?
Find your last email from the
Oh, okay,
park committee and just forward all or email all. Or I'll scan it and send it to everybody.
Okay,
I can do that.
this looks really
Yeah,
good.
and since I'm not too sure if you are aware, I'm also bilingual, so I can speak it, write it, and read it and so forth. So it's not an issue. So if you have a Spanish one already ready to look at, I can look at it, so and we can correct the verbiage as well.
Okay, I don't have one, but I can do that.
Okay.
I'm so happy
Why?
because we're having bilingual interaction at a community thing. Yeah, for years, it was like, hey, can anybody hear it? No.
You want to speak Spanish?
Hmm?
Well,
No one
that's
speaks Spanish.
one of the good feedbacks that we get at the community center since I'm there and I translate and I get a whole bunch of phone calls on the city
Yeah,
phone just for regular things, day to day, like. And it's awesome. It's awesome that even
it's
our Hispanic
really
community is
important in
reaching
this
out.
community.
Oh, yeah.
And, quite honestly, I'm getting ready to turn 70. I'm not going to learn much more.
You can always learn a lot more.
Yeah, I took a course in Spanish, but I forgot most of it. And it's only been a year.
Pobrecito.
Pobrecito.
So I wanted to ask, based on this survey, so we're wanting to get the feedback of our residents there at the city. And also, are you going to be, because we have events coming up like Penny Paws and the microchip piece, will y'all be administering those pieces to the residents that who are going to get services for their animals?
Can you repeat that, please?
are you going to be providing this survey at Penny Paws at the community events that are going to be held this weekend or for the food bank when they're coming?
Providing this survey, I thought we would post it up on Nextdoor or the Facebook. We can print out copies. I mean, I'm there.
Okay.
Um,
So the concern comes into play that not everybody that is a resident has access to media or to internet, and that's a concern. Based on the surveys that maybe the residents have, or they probably don't even have internet, so they don't even know what's going on, you know, with the city and what community events are going on. So that's a concern right there.
We have a lot of outreach with the Monday food giveaway. We have a lot of
Okay.
people that don't, that come over to the community center and they're made aware of what's going on.
Okay.
I do have a lot of open communication with a lot of the residents here. I know some people, let's say maybe 3 out of 10, I don't know, I'm just throwing out a number, that might not have internet or not
Mhm.
internet, but the Nextdoor app or
Mhm.
access to it, but they do find out about
Yeah.
community events.
Yeah,
There are
and the
many
blessing
people that-
disguise is word of mouth.
Right.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
are
we-
many
we do
people that
have
don't
open-
have internet or any other means to get news. We used to do a mail out newsletter quarterly, I think, but we don't do that anymore.
It was never delivered
Yeah,
quarterly.
well, I don't know how it was supposed to be, but it never did.
Yeah, it never happened.
Yeah, well, we got it a couple of times.
But
But yeah,
Yeah.
the community isn't well, if you're not tech savvy, then you're in the cold as far as information goes, unless it's word of mouth.
yeah,
Yes, yes, and you know, a
Outreach.
percentage, I'm pretty sure they don't know how to read either. So,
Well, that
and that's a
might be,
concern
and then
as
you're
well.
lost, so.
And we obviously want them to get all the services that the city of Sandy Oaks provides on
Yeah,
a
I think we're
basis.
getting off the agenda now and probably into something else that we should talk about in another forum.
okay, yeah. Let's go back to the agenda. Jacqueline, I'll scan this and email it to you.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay,
Okay, let's, if there are any more discussion on this topic, we're gonna get that survey out in what media?
I think we're gonna put it on the website, the
Okay.
city website, but I can make a survey monkey out of this
And-
one. This is just like a rough draft and see if we wanted to
Okay,
add or take
all
some
right.
things away.
But you're gonna pass it by Jacqueline first and have her
Yeah,
do any.
I don't have her
additions.
email. I just have
Uh,
Tom's drafts. No,
Uh,
her email's on
We'll forward it to her.
I'll put you.
I can definitely send an email out as well to everybody that the email that I received earlier, and then hopefully I get the response.
Okay,
we'll get you on the park meeting, the park committee meetings email,
Distributions.
so that you get
right,
the meeting agenda every couple weeks. So you'll
Okay,
know
thank
what's
you.
going on and you'll get any attachments that go with that.
I think
Okay,
that,
thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Anything to add on these? Did we want
I
to
think
add
it's
any more?
perfect.
I think
I think it's perfect.
perfect,
We just
too.
translate it and put it up there.
Yeah,
Um,
so it'll go out in both English and
because
Spanish.
you absolutely
Okay.
added everything, like every little topic and,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okey doke. So,
I'm in favor of senior programs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm too
I'm
old.
in favor.
So-
I think they should put a couple of
agree.
really nice,
Senior
really
programs are
nice
excellent.
recliners for me to catch a nap.
Catching up.
Okay, let's,
Get a bunch of recliners.
let's go ahead and move on along if we can.
Okay, I'll move on to agenda item 8. Discuss and possible action on park activities for Easter, including the disc golf employment So I know we spoke about this last week. Or we spoke about it for several, not last week, but last meeting. But we spoke about it for, we were going to have an Easter egg,
Easter scramble.
Easter scramble. Yeah, that's what we called it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Easter scramble. And we were going to put the eggs on a tarp or something and have different age groups roll out the, or go out there and get the eggs
Yeah.
with candy in them. And then I guess we'll have to procure the tarps, and we have stores of the eggs and the candy that we can use. So that's it.
We don't have candy.
basket. and
We don't have the
eggs. We
candy.
don't
I
have
thought somebody said we had.
There is some there.
From Christmas. But we have the baskets, we have the plastic eggs.
I think the
The
idea
grass.
was a couple weeks before, the week before Christmas, we were going to, Christmas, Easter. Somebody said Christmas, so I picked it up.
The Christmas.
We were
tree.
going to have an Easter, a basket contest or something. like that,
Decorating.
Decorating
Decorating.
contest, is that,
Like a bake off, wasn't it?
No, this
No.
one was, Mickey talked about it. She said, it was.
wasn't here
Decorating the
then.
basket.
Okay, I wasn't
To
here.
decorate a basket the weekend before the actual
And they
Easter
can
event.
actually
And she
take the
said that
basket,
we
yeah.
could provide like pizza and drinks for people to show up, just to like get people crafting or
Okay,
making their baskets. And it was gonna be April 2nd.
so all
From 10
that
to
will have to be advertised too.
okay, just get me that and I'll do the little flyer things. For that,
And
Was
we
that the
have the
meeting I wasn't
baskets
here?
and we
Yeah.
just give them the
Yeah.
baskets once they decorate their own basket. But
And
we'll
we're
need
also gonna
supplies
have-
For that, I guess.
yes,
So how much money do you think that?
all the
will-
monies. All the monies.
How much you got?
How
How
much?
much you
will-
got?
See that one?
I mean, give me a round figure estimate,
Well, we have a fair bit of stuff in there.
We
It
have some
depends
stuff
on
there.
what-
but how much more do you think you need, or do you think you have enough?
Money?
Yeah.
You
never
never
mind.
have enough.
We got supplies already. We got the
I mean,
baskets.
but
and
how
everything.
much do you think you will need to get the additional supplies you'll
Probably
need?
Do an inventory of what we have there.
Let me,
Okay,
Let
give me
us go do-
when you do, give me a number.
yes, I will get
Okay.
back to you. $5 million. I was about to do that. the $5
Small
million.
bills, unmarked bills.
Unmarked bills.
Unmarked bills, yeah, most
That's
of
a
my
good
money is
sequential.
unmarked.
He's still.
Yeah,
driving.
I'll get you kind of a roundabout. We'll see what we got. And then make a list and then I'll send you the list and then maybe Priscilla could go shopping.
Okay,
She's gonna love me.
all right.
We can go shopping. Go shopping.
And then we'll put the golf, we'll set up the golf thing beside the Easter egg scramble. And see if people wanna,
Knock out a kid.
wanna,
Might be better off to
Wanna
put it
do
off
it.
in a different area.
okay. All right, so any further discussion on that topic?
I'll give
And
it
let
to
me
you.
help you with the Easter basket thing. I like
course.
crafts. I like crafts.
If there are no further discussion on that topic, and I put this in there, but this was sort of the next agenda item 9, this was sort of a toss up. I'm not sure exactly what we decided to do on this one. Discussing possible action on the possibility of using the decommissioned police van as a bookmobile. And I think we
think-
decided against it, but I'm not sure. I don't
I thought
remember.
we decided to use it for,
For carrying
I
food
think
and
it's gonna be
stuff
for
to
like a bunch
different
of different
people.
yeah,
Well,
different
uh,
things.
And this is,
Various.
are we gonna step into the position? When I look on the website and I'll go down and I see parks and then I see parks and recreation. And Mickey sent me an email about we now have notice about a lot of people coming into the community. They get a mobile home permit, they say, we're gonna set up. So we know people are coming in. Maybe we could use it as Parks and Recreation and,
As a welcome wagon.
like a welcome wagon. You know, put some goodies together. Welcome to the neighborhood. Give them a little package like, here's what you need to know to own a pet in Sandy Oaks. Of course, we need to give that to everybody. but,
Yeah.
You know, I see on a lot of older cities' websites, things like common code violations and how to avoid them. And when you move to a new city, it's not like your old city.
Mhm.
So we might want to talk to council about reassign that vehicle to Parks and Recreation. If we can develop up a neighborhood library, you know, we have some homebound people that might want to call and say, bring me some novels. Like if it was Charles, I'd say, send me some Louis L'Amour Westerns, whereas someone else might say, you know, give me some Otis Ripping romances. And I'm just saying, we could offer that kind of service to the community.
Yeah, we could call it a social welfare wagon. I'm serious. We could deliver
Well,
food.
no,
WW.
and other things like
Yeah,
during food distribution,
yeah.
some people can't get there. They have their card, but they just can't get there.
Right.
Could we not deliver that to those people?
My truck's already that wagon.
What?
Yes, our
Yeah,
truck
but-
is that wagon.
But wouldn't it be so much nicer if it had Night City, Sandy Oaks seal on it and you know,
Well,
Just a general-
we in the city get a lot of flack because we never do it right or fast enough or whatever. We could use that as a
Good
feel
PR,
good for
yeah.
the community,
yeah. Do-
good PR.
Mhm.
You know, and when you pull up to somebody's house, the neighbor's gonna say, hey, what was that truck doing there? It'd be real nice. Oh, they brought me some books or they bought me some groceries. They're having a food distribution. I couldn't get there. They brought me a box of fruit.
Also, when I'm running.
I
around-
completely agree with Mr. Fillinger. I'm sorry to interrupt. But just a reminder that this is public service. We are public. This is public
Yeah.
service for these residents here. So social services, civil service, this is for them, not for us, but for the residents there, especially the residents out in a rural community that don't have sufficient resources, that have to venture out to another city to get them.
Well, that's what we're trying to fix, Jacqueline.
I agree.
Do you want me to bring this to the full, to the council at the next full meeting? To ask for the use of that?
Yeah,
vehicle?
I think that would be good.
Okay, is that something everybody wants? Okay, then I'll do that at the
Okay, the only
20.
bad thing about it is it has a bad light, so we can't drive it after dark, but
Well, we can get, I guess we can get that light fixed. I mean, is it,
I have no
We're
idea.
constantly getting it fixed.
it's what? I
It's
mean,
constantly being fixed. That's why we're gonna.
Yeah, it keeps
decommission it.
going out. It's
It
not
keeps
just the
going out.
light, it's something
It's holding
interior.
water and everything.
well, maybe we can jury rig it. I don't know. But,
You know,
Okay,
we,
see, for the food, I would need it after dark because I finish over here around 7:30. It's
As
already
long as the
dark.
cops
but-
don't start.
Yeah.
It's fine.
okay,
Well,
so,
it's gonna
well,
cease to be
anyway,
Sandy
We'll deal with it.
Yeah, it would be a benefit.
If you get stopped, tell them to send the ticket to the city.
okay.
All right, I
So
will
we're
do
gonna
that.
take that to council,
Okay,
Okay,
okay?
sounds good.
all right, so I'll move on to, and this is a harder one because I believe Mickey was working with this one, but anyhow, I'll move on to agenda item 10. And discuss and possible action on developing a bibliothèque at some location within the city. And I think she
Okay.
was talking to somebody and,
I'll go ahead and address that.
okay,
I believe that the proper location for that would be at the community center. Uh,
I agree.
And the reason I say that is our other choices here. But the reason for bibliotech is that they have a lot of programs. Households that maybe don't have internet access, if we have, 4 or 5 stations along a wall, youngsters should come in and do their research and their study. Adults could come in because they have training programs through bibliotech and job preparation programs through bibliotech. Now, I think Mickey was trying to get bibliotech to just come out and set up computers and workstations and all of that. I don't know that they're going to do that. They have remote facilities. They've got 3 or 4 of them around San Antonio. They don't have any outside the city of San Antonio, although it's a county function. So my thought is to talk with our county commissioner and see if we can do anything with that. Plan B is we could actually buy computer stations and set them up and work with people to get them a San Antonio library card, because that's all you need to log into bibliotech.
Okay.
Okay. If we can con the county, then we'll try to get them come out, set up equipment. And if not, we might want to consider going to council and discussing, set up an educational center there, which would be an appropriate use of the ARPA funds.
I agree that there is a need for that. I have people that go there. They'll call me and I'll just meet them there and I help them fill out, especially right now, the college
Mhm.
applications, and the parents can't help the kids and they need to do their own thing. Counselors help them, but they need to do their own thing. So I'll translate for the parents so they know what they're signing or doing.
If we start providing those services, I think we'll get a lot more volunteers to come in and help.
Exactly. And that's a marvelous idea. So I guess it would be best to communicate first with the county commissioner or to San Antonio Public Library to see what can be done out here in the rural communities, and then run by it again. And then if it doesn't work out the way that we are hoping it to work out, then like Mr. Fillinger had said, that we can present it to council so we can use the funding appropriately and move on, so these residents can have this access that is such a luxury. In other terms, it's a luxury that is so needed at this precise moment.
Am I wrong, or does not Elmendorf have bibliotech in their place? I don't know.
They're not listed
They're not listed.
from the.
So
from
when
the
I researched
website.
Elmendorf, when I researched Elmendorf and the library that they currently have, it's a community library that's being funded private donations. They have classes, they have a children's area, the adult juvenile, just exactly like a public library would have, except it's just privately by donations. So, I mean, that is something to consider, but now the key is donations, donations. And I don't know if that is something that would be up for discussion or even an idea to go based on.
We never fail to ask for donations, man.
But I think bibliotech would be our first choice.
And the big plus to Bibliotech is their hardware and software
Is really good.
is pre-censored. And it takes some programming to get it to where people aren't watching skin flicks and whatever else they do on computers.
What are they?
At the
Yeah,
community
so
center.
firewalls would have to come in.
No, cochino.
Is it dermatology?
Okay, so I will attempt to get hold of the county commissioner and talk with her and see how to follow up with this.
Okay.
Because I want a library. I am a bibliophile. Love books. That's what they call it, man. Okay, so my major in high school was library science.
Oh, wow, that's your bread and butter.
Mm.
Okay, I'm done talking now.
Okay, well, are there any more, anyone else that would like to discuss anything on this topic? And Charles will run with the ball. Or with the Dewey
With the
Decimal
book.
System.
With
So- Okay, so I'll move on to agenda item 11. Discuss and possible action on the AARP grant, which the deadline, I believe, is sometime in mid-March.
March 22nd, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
You know, something like that. And
Okay, I looked at decomposed granite for the walking trail
mhm,
and came up with a number somewhere around $20,000 just for decomposed granite.
for the whole trail,
For the whole
filling in
trail.
the in those bad areas or just the entire trail?
If we do the entire trail,
It would probably be more than that, but I don't know.
no, that's a 3-inch by 10-foot wide layer across 0.6 miles or,
Mm,
and
A lot of decomposed granite.
yeah, but
20-something.
yeah. If we do the decomposed granite, if we can have a truly accessible walking trail,
Mm. What
that's
about-
real important for us old guys that need a cane once in a while. It's even more important for the folks that are wheeling through there. And we're not just talking about wheelchair bound people, you know, mothers with strollers. I have heard from several of them. Fix that trail. I can't get through with the stroller. So I'm going to continue to research and see if I can get a good number on resurfacing the trail. I know you ladies are working on park benches. I'd like to ask you to do something else. Add 2 picnic tables.
The metal
Uh,
ones, like the benches,
Excuse me,
the metal like the benches.
metal like the benches. I'd like to set
Got you
2.
covered.
I'd like to set 2 picnic tables alongside that exercise area,
Okay.
between the exercise area and the sidewalk, under that tree. Okay, and again, if we set it adjacent to the sidewalk, then it's gonna be handicap
Yeah,
accessible.
accessible.
Two,
too, those.
Yeah.
That
So-
bench
I
that
do
we
remember that.
already bought, was that 6 feet or 8 feet?
8 foot. I
We,
believe.
we
is
got
eight-
the 8 foot because
I couldn't
8-foot
remember.
benches, yeah, I ran across them,
I found it.
those benches we bought last time.
They have the blue, green, and black.
In red.
They're not showing the red now.
That's because you're on the wrong website.
No, I ain't.
okay,
I'm
would you
gonna
ladies
show you
work that
when we get
out?
home.
We were, I think we were discussing 5 benches on the walking path. Was that the number?
I don't
know,
remember
but
how
here
many.
It says if you order 6, you get a discount, so.
Well, then let's,
Let's order
let's-
6.
let's
How much?
consider 6 for the walking trail. And then add
every
a
10th of a
couple
month.
of
The
picnic
tables.
tables. And that would put them under the oak tree next to the sidewalk. I mean,
And we have to make them in-ground benches so that they don't walk away.
yeah, well, yeah,
Oh,
but
that's the mount type. Raylan found the,
Yeah,
They have the 3 different ones, which was available on the other one that we ordered. The
It's
in-ground.
pretty.
So are
Red's
you
pretty.
asking them to price them or?
yes.
Okay, price. them.
I did find the red.
AARP
Red's
has
pretty.
That one's in
a
red.
grant program,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
but
It wasn't showing it at first.
Look at your feet.
we're probably gonna
Just-
put it.
just
in
tell me-
three.
Tell me you were wrong and I was right.
You were right on the color. You were wrong on the site.
You know, it's all electronic. We don't
Okay,
need
I'll-
I'll
five.
split it with you.
Okay,
All right.
we're good.
Okay, I'm done.
okay, then, I thought it was, this was a pretty productive meeting and, that being said, I will move to agenda item 12 and adjourn. And Jacqueline, I will get you on the list to receive future agendas and so you'll know what's going on, or are you still there? Yeah, she's still up there, I see.
Okay,
Did you
Jacqueline,
talking.
The time? I didn't hear the time.
7:20.
Oh, I didn't say the time. It was
What do you do?
7:23.
I have opposite of you.
okay.
Well, good night, Jacqueline.
So,
You're not talking.
There's those.
Mute. Can we mute?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm about to not be my